Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SPQR, otherwise known as Richard's wet dream, really, there, isn't it? So tell us about SPQR then, Richard, what is it?
So, it's a new Warlord product that's just literally came out yesterday. What day was it yesterday? I can't remember now.
What day is today? Sunday, wasn't it, really?
Sunday, yeah. So it came on a Saturday, and I caved in. I wasn't going to buy it originally, but we did it. So don't forget, guys, this will be also on my channel, but also on the Ost-Front collaborative gaming channel that me and Marshall have created. And we're going to have an unboxing today. So this is going to be fantastic. So this is SPQR. It's a skirmish Hail Caesar, I'd go as far as to say. So if you like ancient Roman warfare and Celtic warfare, this is going to be, a go-to game. And as you can see, it's the starter set, £40, 40 of the great British pounds, but you get an added extra here. You want to point out what's on the front of the box?
We do have a miniature. So what do we have here then? This is a blood sacrifice. So I think the blood sacrifice was during battles, wasn't it? Obviously for the Romans, they'd have like a sacrifice. I don't know so much about that myself.
It's a guy killing a sheep or a goat. Let's have a quick look.
Or a geep.
It's a goat.
We'll go for the middle ground and we'll go for a geep.
So I'll let you turn the box around. You can discuss what's in the box if you like.
Oh, some weight there, isn't there? Oh dear, that's some weight. Okay, so what do we get in this head then? So I did touch this on my own channel some time ago when it was actually initially announced. But we have in here then, so we have our two heroes. We have the gold chieftain and we have the Roman hero. Now he looks Republican era, doesn't he?
Is it Caesarian? Caesarian, you'd call it, I think.
I think it looks Roman Republic. I think there is a set with the Caesarian Romans, but I think these guys do look around about Republic sort of era. But I mean, they kind of look like, they look like Republic. Like, they look very similar to Terrarii, don't they, really? But these guys, your Principe and Hastati.
Definitely Hastati, yeah, definitely.
There we go. So we have our, as far as we can tell, I think we have maybe a mix of Hastati, Republican Roman forces over here, maybe some Principe as well. Maybe, I don't know, we might have some like Terrarii as well, would make sense. And then we do have you get a lot of goals in here, don't you? So we have some nice goals. I mean, we have some armoured goals, we've got unarmoured goals, we've got goals, we've got goals, we've got goals and goals.
Goals and goths, goals.
So this box contains a 196-page full-cover softback rulebook, which is quite nice. I can imagine it'd be like an A5 book, really. So these are Caesarian Romans. So we have 8 plastic Caesarian Roman legionaries with Gladius. We have 8 with the Pilum. We have 1 Roman hero. Okay, so that is a total of 17 Romans. And we have 40 plastic gold warriors, 12 gold tribesmen archers, a gold chieftain, and
you can tell the quality of troop there, can't you? I think just from the box set.
I mean, that is quite impressive, but it's a very nice box. I mean, that's some weight in there.
Do you know what? When you go to a game shop and you pick something up and it's like really light, you think, you know what, I've not really spent my money. But this is just, Should we just cut to the chase and just get into this?
Do I get the honours?
You're the honours to do it.
This is where I screw it all up.
I was so tempted last night to take the cellophane off, but I thought, you know what, no, we're going to do it. We're going to do it together.
You can do it, but you've got to do it with your teeth. But I mean, it's quite nice to have this model. I mean, I don't know whether they're only having them in limited supply.
I'm not entirely sure, but if you check the Warlord site out, of course the link will be provided below, it will probably be on there. And I'm assuming it will be a model you can pick up. So what we're going to do...
There we go. So we have the Roman sacrifice over here. The blood sacrifice.
I don't like it when I pull this box up and I just see naked fanatics. No.
Well, on my side, I'm seeing... hello. Oh, this is quite cool then. So expand your SPQR warband. So what I'm looking at here, guys, is, as you can see, we do have some figures over here. Now, the writing says, expand your SPQR warband or start a new one with our comprehensive range of highly detailed SPQR figures. Here are a few examples. So we have... Pullo and Vorenus, we have Roman cavalry, we have Julius Caesar. Oh, is it Julius Caesar or Julius Kaiser? It's one of these things, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I can't fully remember, but I think it's definitely Julius Caesar.
And then we have the Macedonian Heroic cavalry. What do you have on your? Oh, we got some Persians over here.
So we've got some. We've got some Dacian kings. We've got some Numidian cavalry, Iberian swordsmen. And also on the other side, we've just got some naked fanatics.
And then Oh, so you got that? Yeah, and then we've got the look at it. We've got King Darius there over here on his chariot.
I'd love to see his rules.
Oh, look at that. That's a really nice model. Yeah.
So what we do?
Oh, it's actually. I thought it'd be an A5.
It's not an A5 book. And to be honest with you, with starter sets, you normally only see the a smaller A5 book, which is nice. I genuinely
expected an A5.
I know it isn't hardback, but that's still quite a nice book for what you get for.
I think I prefer them like that, to be honest, sometimes.
That is pretty sweet. What we'll do, we'll take everything out and then we can, we'll have a look.
Oh, that's quite nice.
So that's a reference sheet, looks like it. Yeah,
I like it when they do things like that, because it's one of these, you just get it there, it's easy enough.
You can just cut that out. Normally, I think I've had one for Hail Caesar, where I've just cut this out and you can use the reference sheet.
You could probably laminate it as well. So over here, then we do have a number of cards. It's interesting, really, isn't it? It's like a lot of these wargame companies, they do seem to be going with the card system, don't they? Really.
Quick reference. I think it's
very handy. Yeah.
It's easier for the casual wargamer to play more of a complex wargame with little cheat sheets is the word, isn't it?
So we have our armoured goals over here. So there we go. Now the quality of the actual sprue is it's decent enough. I suppose this is it, really. It's like a certain level of quality that you'll get with resin. They seem quite nice. I think they probably need just a little bit of a file just to go over it, really.
Standard 12 dice, but no tape measure. Just putting it out there.
So this was packed by Mirella. Thank you very much there, Mirella.
Thank you very much.
You'll be remembered.
Hashtag. So what I've got here, I've got some shields. I think these are for the Romans.
Yeah, it looks like the Romans come in the little boxes, don't they? Which is quite interesting.
We have.
I've got armoured goals there.
We have two of the heroes. We've got. I've not seen these models before. And to be honest, I've not seen them that much that I'm going to take them out, if I can take them out.
I do quite like the actual molds here. Like, there is a little bit of you just need to get like the file and just some of the. It seems to be the actual flesh. The clothing isn't so bad.
Nope, it's childproof. I can't get into it. But there is a Gaul hero doing this with a shield and a sword. It's quite cool. And you have this Roman general grasping his cloak and doing this.
Is that part of interpretive dance there?
Yes, he is.
Right, we've got so far 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues there. How many do we get on here? So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. Yeah, so it looks like you get 10. So 10 goals on each of these sprues.
We have some Gallic archers in the little sprue.
Oh, these are quite cool.
They're cool. And these are one model, by the way. These are all one model. So
that's quite nice.
Apart from a little bit of cleaning up, your jobs are good, and that saves me putting together how many archers are in that box set.
So do you think these might be the Roman hero, or do you think they might be...
Ooh, they...
Oh no, these are just the foot troops, aren't
they? I've not seen Romans like that. I play Hail Caesar, you see, as well.
This is why I was thinking that they were like the Republicans. Just, I don't know, they look quite Republican. So but then again, Caesarian Romans, it is obviously the Roman Republic. So.
These could be a new cast, but I'm not 100% sure. But I've not ever seen Romans like that before, especially playing Hail Caesar. I've not seen these before. But then, how many parts is that miniature in? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 or 5 parts for the miniature.
So we've got the shield, we've got the head, we've got the body. I mean, the body of the fact is, it's like, you're only putting the shield on. And this is quite easy as well, isn't it? What I like about this is it looks like it's fairly easy to fit together. But you could probably do quite a bit of like custom work on this. I can imagine what it could maybe do is maybe replace the pilum with metal ones, perhaps. You know, like a little bit of like brass. Could be done.
Yeah, you've got options for
got
options for a trumpet and a standard. I'm not too sure how that affects the game or what's in the game, but there is options for that. And also, you've got the standard bearer. You've got the guy with the the lion pelt on his head, and then you've got the legate, I suppose it is, with the headrest or feathers going the opposite, horizontal rather than vertical. That's the way.
Headrest.
Headrest. Headdress.
Feather crest.
Headdress.
So we obviously do have the actual miniature bases over here. So they're pretty much the same as like the Warlord bases for bolt action, but they're not bad. I mean, I quite like the fact that they're got a little bit of a lip there, but a little bit smaller, a little bit lower down. So quite nice. You get quite a few there. Yeah, so each row is about 5, so you get plenty.
These are 28mm miniatures, of course. So I'm assuming you could probably change the scale if you wanted to.
It'd be interesting to see what it says in the rules, like whether you can actually potentially use smaller scale.
So what we'll do, we'll have a quick look at the cards. I think we've got some transfers in here, which could be used now.
You're going to be using them like temporary tattoos, you know, when you go down to Skegness.
Yeah.
Look, Mum, I've got a tattoo.
Sorry, it's childproof. This is the hilarity part of the video where I can't actually physically get into things.
Oh yeah, it is that childproof stuff. See, this is why I've been telling you, you need to take on the genes of a beaver. You laugh, but they come in handy right now, wouldn't they?
I cut it and I managed to open it where it should be open. So we'll have a quick look at the cards and what they do.
There we go, Richard.
So we'll have a quick look at these. I'll give you a few to go through.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So what we've got here, we have two classes of people in SPQR, UDRC, SPQR.
NOP.
We have minions, which are your normal foot troops, like your warriors, your Roman soldiers, and then you have, of course, your infantry heroes. So there's two types of unit, heroes and infantry, particularly quite simple, really. It's nice to see that there is a skirmish ancient game because, you know, I love Hail Caesar, you know, looking to play Field of Glory on the tabletop. I told you to get that in there. And literally, it is just nice. And also, these cards have, I know you can't see these on here, but look at the website below, guys. They do have point values, a little bit of a blurb, and also you can change their point value by buying different things for them. Like for the hero, you can give them small shield, large shield, leather, chainmail, helmet, spear, dagger, axe, greatsword, sword, two-handed sword, bow, horse, and javelin, and each have a cost. I'm assuming that's how it affects the warrior and his stats. And then same thing for the infantry. And for the minions, they seem to have the same thing. They do have an option where you can buy
different equipment. I've got the Roman legionaries over here, so obviously the legionaries being the minions. I do like the term minion, it's not something you come across quite often. So with the actual Caesar's legions, a legionary, for example, I could purchase a peeler for 3 denarii each. I like the fact that's in denarii, that's quite good.
Yeah.
Takes us back. Slings for 3 denarii, 1 mod on each unit may purchase a horn for 10 denarii, 1 mod on each unit may purchase a standard for 25 denarii. I mean, how much are the heroes as a base? About 50 denarii?
It says, well, it's got a point. Oh, no, it's 9 denarii for infantry. Is that per model? It must be per model then.
See, this one's saying 24. Yeah, it must be.
Must be, because you get loads. How much is a Roman soldier?
So a Roman legionary is about 24 denarii.
An infantryman is 9 denarii. So you can see the quality there from a Roman. And then you got the infantry hero, which is the Roman one. He's 50 points. The Gaul one is 45 points, so they're similar. So it's just as you can see, the infantry definitely have their.
They're powerful, but they're not outrageously powerful, isn't it? I suppose they're a bit more like a glass cannon, aren't they? You've got to really be quite careful about how you use them. Like the Gaul tribesmen here that I've got in my hands, these guys are 7 denarii. So that's even cheaper. And I can purchase a helmet for them, an actual helmet.
Can they have helmets?
They can have swords for 3 denarii each. They can have a small shield for 3 denarii. Oh, wow. But they can have 2 javelins per tribesman for 2 denarii. I think that's really where they come in handy. So obviously these are going to be your skirmishers. And
it seems like at the moment in time, just off the back of looking at the starter set, the Celtic force are more the swarm of 1 million men just charging into line, and the Roman Republic are more of the elite sustained warrior. You know, losing 10 tribesmen is not going to be as bad as losing 5 or 6 things because of the point value. Just a quick look at the back of the book book. It says you get a complete warband list of Caesar legions, Gaul, Dacia, Imperial Rome, Britain, Germania, Macedonia, Athens, Sparta, Thebes, Persia, and Iberia. So you've got a good mix from.
That's quite good. I like that.
A good, east to west kind of mix there. So just having a quick look through. It's very nice. Very nice pictures. I've not yet seen how good the contents list is, because that sometimes is in any rule book.
But it looks full colour there, so I can imagine I have some history in there as well, which is quite nice.
Can we get elephants? Please, can we get elephants? Because you know what?
I suppose the direct competition, comparison is really going to be down to like the Warhammer 40,000 sort of battle boxes. And the thing is with those, it's like, I don't think do you get a rule book, or do you get like a miniature rule book?
I think you get a miniature rule book, but that's nice. Getting an A4 one,
But then you need the codexes, so I don't know. It's like we're new to SPQR, obviously we've only just opened the box, so I don't think we need a codex. I don't think I've seen any mention of a codex.
No, but it seemed basically there.
I'd imagine there'd be like theatre expansions and like era expansions. But I mean, this is it. So it's like you got the SPQR book there, and yep, you might get the Caesarian Romans, you might get the Gauls. But the thing is, it's like, well, you've got the rule book. If you want to choose a different army, you don't have to go and buy a different book. You've already got it. So that's quite good.
But it would be nice for them to do theatre lists, like
that'd be quite cool.
But like it seems, you can fight Romans versus Romans. You could have.
Oh yeah, the many civil wars.
Exactly,
definitely.
and that is going to be such an interesting thing. Like I said with other box set, I think I'd buy that again. For £40, what you get there, the rule book as well. I mean, I can imagine that being £20+ on the on the site itself. Nice. And that is a weightable thing. And then also the miniatures on top of there. It is such a good thing, and the decals as well. So you've just knocked that, and you've got 12 dice. Like you need more dice as a wargamer.
Well, this is you got the reference sheets. I mean, that would be so easy just to like laminate, really, and that's just handy. It's laid out there, makes it quite easy.
I always like these little dioramas to put on the pictures, and especially in the book. I always spend several minutes looking over them, what's going on. So you got guys in the background throwing, got the slings, and you've got guys getting stabbed in the front.
And you can see the Hellenistic inspiration over here, can't you, with the design of the actual helmet. I mean, this is like, well, I suppose this is it with the Caesarians. It's like, obviously, like, Julius Caesar is. I suppose it's like, do you classify them as Caesarians of the time of Caesar, or is it after Caesar's death that they become Caesarian? But again, I suppose it's really only under the empire of Augustus, isn't it, really, that we get the imperial Romans. So it makes sense. So I suppose prior to Caesar, you have Republicans. But it'd be interesting to see, like, really quite early. So we could have, like, some Etruscans. We could have, like, really very early Roman-style armies. It'd be interesting to see how these guys play, as to whether they'll actually take their style as what people would know of the Imperial Legions, or will they be closer to the Republic Legions. So that'd be quite interesting.
So we'll have a quick look through the rules reference sheet, just to have a little look around. So if we start at the top, we've got checks. So this is when performing a check roll, roll a dice, add the appropriate characteristic. The final result equals a 6 or more. The check is succeeded. If you roll a 1 is a failure. No matter what bonus are being played, the roll of a 6 is always good, and a 1 is a bad.
I quite like the weapon special rules here. So we have long, very long two-handed. So a lot of these don't look like they actually apply to the set we've got in front of us. So it looks like this reference set is just the standard for the game. But it's good to see these special rules for models that you don't have, because you're like, well, that sounds quite cool. I'd like to go get that in the future.
So we've got cover as well. We've got range conditions. So cover is a factor within this game. So being in cover is good when you're getting shot at. So, and then we've got also falling. So it looks like you can fall.
That's quite good. It's like a dynamic use of the actual battleground. So it sort of encourages you to have like a multi-layered,
like farmstead and stuff like that. So that's it. So don't fall off a building 10 to 15 inches, because that's 4 wounds there. Unfortunately, nobody wants that. So we've got the weapon rules. We've got axe, club, dagger. But as you can see, axe, the special rule is lethal. The club is a smasher. So we'll just do that again. So look at the axe. Lethal. The lethal score is used as a penalty to an opponent's armor checks, and is also the number of wounds removed from the unit upon successful strike. A lethal weapon cannot remove more than 1 model from a single successful attack unless being wielded by a hero.
That's quite good.
So I think that's what it means with a lethal weapon. There's a joke somewhere there. When you're stabbing somebody and do like massive damage, so you're killing 1 model rather than like it magically killing 2 guys in that one thrust. So I can see the balance there, where they're trying to balance that war game. And if we go to,
I suppose this is it. It's like the minions on minions. It's like they can't have like 1 minion taking out 2 minions. It's like the minions are really there to. I suppose they're there to be the attrition element, are they? And this is it. I suppose it's like to some degree. I imagine you could probably win a battle with your minions, but it's going to be more so the heroes, isn't it? So you can already see like how the game's meant to be really played, really.
And like I said, only a hero could do the multiple wounds on multiple characters, which makes sense. As a hero, he's like
they're doing mine, yeah.
He's Russell Crowe with 2 daggers. And if we just look at more thing, something that's probably a little bit thing. A pike. A pike is very long, which you can expect that. So we'll just have a quick look. So a unit using a very long weapon gains +1 bonus to a melee checks when fighting an enemy who does not also have a very long weapon. However, if the enemy wins the round, close combat, the very long weapon is not being used for the rest of the combat. A very long weapon may not be used in a duel fight. So I think that represents somebody with a pike charging forward, losing the combat, having to drop the pike.
Yeah, but having to switch to the actual
switch to the dagger. So that, but also, from just that little brief description there, if they win, they keep your opponent at ranged, for the example.
And it does, well, this is it. It's like the phalanxes. It's like they're not impenetrable, they're very strong, but there is always something to be said for actually just charging them, because it's like if you can win that combat, you take those pikes out.
So as we can see here, we have armour. So armour seems like it will affect movement. So we've got animal skin, which is +0 move, +1 armour. We have chainmail, which is -1, but +1. So we see the negative effects of wearing full plate armour.
Oh, right, so that affects your movement. So that's quite interesting.
Like I said, I'm sure there is more details in here, but giving you a little bit of a brief overview of the rules. So first glance, Marshall, what is your first opinion of just getting this box out right now and what you like about it?
To be honest, I quite like the rule book. It's nice that it's all full colour, and like, that's quite hefty. That's quite...
It's like anything that's got weight in gaming, it's like, yeah, this, I've spent my money. It might be paperweight, but...
Well, I mean, we're taking a look through this. So, I mean, this is full colour. I love the fact when you actually see the models being used in the pictures. It's like, I like the art, but then it's like, it's nice to see the models being used and how they're painted, because you can take some inspiration from that. I mean, I quite like this with the actual scenarios here, with the actual little images. So it's like, if you guys can see, we've got like little images there of like villages, huts, the forest. So it's quite nice, actually. There's a lot in there. But that's full colour. I mean, there's a lot in here. I mean, we're actually getting some history, society, that's pretty awesome. But I mean, we've got some different heroes in here. So we've got, what I like is the fact we've got the stats as well, so that's awesome. We can see the actual cost. So Pompey would be 130 denarii. So he has a special rule.
Oh, he's pricey. He's pricey.
Well, he's got the cash, hasn't he? Pompey has deep pockets and is willing to spend it on capable allies. If a warband wins a battle with Pompey in it, he will spend a fortune to see enjoy continued success. The warband will immediately receive an amount of denarii equal to half the denarii value of the enemy warband that has just been beaten. Oh, and this is it. This is the aspect of the game that I'm definitely quite interested.
It screams campaigns to me. This does.
I'm looking forward to this, because this is it. It's like, it's really, it's not just a singular war game. I mean, the fact is, it's like for this here, if you're playing Pompey, I can imagine he might not be the most combat effective hero, but the fact is, he's like he's your happy merchant, isn't he? Really?
Like, you want more men?
We've got Mark Antony. Well, that's really quite nice. Would you like to know what Mark Antony's special rule is?
I reckon he's a skilled fighter or something, isn't he?
So his special rule is called Up Pluto's Arse. The men 7 under Mark Antony could become fanatically loyal. If any unit in Mark Antony's warband fails a will to fight check within 12 inches of them, instead of being removed from the table, they will perform an immediate and free move action. They must move as close to him as possible, and this will count as fleeing from close combat. However, any casualties gained from this will not cause another will to fight check. So that's quite cool.
That's quite cool. That's kind of comic as well, isn't it? I would go as far as saying.
I mean, there's a lot in here. I mean, this is it, guys. It's like, we're definitely going to be playing this on our channel. And just, yeah, look at this. We've got Dacia, Samatia. Is it Samatia? Samatia,
I think the But no, they just, well, my kind of look at it, it's the wide range of nations you can play. You can play from, pike phalanxes to...
Cataphracts.
Oh, gonna be nice.
I like this. I like the fact that there's a lot of history in here. It seems to go. So if we take a look here then, so it seems to go through the actual faction itself, and it shows you a couple of these actual scenarios, gives you some history, and then it seems to go into a couple more of the units, and then I think if we go a little bit further on, see some more scenarios, now we're up to Iberia, so it gives you, I mean, this is quite nice, I mean, this is quite good, just the fact that you're reading some history here, the fact that you're actually learning a little bit more, and this is it, I mean, half the aspect of wargaming is the learning, isn't it? It's like, you're not into this unless you actually have an avid interest in real history, do you, really? This is quite cool. I'm happy about this, I'm quite excited here, Richard. Macedonians look awesome. Like, look at these guys. So this is where your very long lances are coming, well, your pikes are coming from there. That's nice.
I'm very impressed with this.
There we go. And we have your favourites. We have the elephants.
How many points is an elephant?
He's not that much. He's been losing weight, really. So we're looking at about 250 points for the elephant. You can get a turret on the elephant for 25 denarii. Now, the turret is interesting. A war elephant equipped where a turret has a handful of warriors riding it, equipped with bows and javelins, which they use to rain missiles down upon enemies. So long as the war elephant is not in close combat, it gains a free shoot action every phase. So you've got this big beastie. You've got this big beastie here who's going to be an absolute monster in close combat, but he's getting free shots. I'll tell you what I do like is the fact that they're using the images of models from Hail Caesar as well, aren't they?
They are. There's a lot
so you can buy this in the Successor State pack, actually. I'm quite tempted by that one, actually. So there we go, then. So what would you say are our closing thoughts here, then, Richard?
So I think it is definitely something to be watching out for. It is going to be... It's a more lighter game than Hail Caesar. Hail Caesar is a fantastic game. I will keep playing Hail Caesar, there's no doubt about that. But it is a lighter skirmish game. I mean, there's promise for campaigns there with the rules for the commanders. Models are, I think some of the models are from the Hail Caesar range, but that does not matter. You can base them now.
Well, if they're interchangeable, yeah, that'd be quite cool.
I'm impressed with a lot of these stuff here. And to be honest with you, I can't wait till you guys see our next video where we're going to have these miniatures assembled and we're going to be, battling each other. Who would you play?
I think this is it. Out of the ones that we've got in front of us, to be honest, I'm probably going to go with the goals just because it's like I need all the chances I can get.
So I think between now and then, I think I need to get some more Roman cavalry or some Gallic cavalry or even chariots. That's going to be amazing.
I think I'd be quite interested in playing as a personal army. Maybe Persians. I mean, the Cataphract could be really interesting. But even like playing as Macedonia. I mean, it's a Spartan, but I'd say I like the Macedonian pikes. I mean, it's so effective. There's a reason why it was so widely used and for so long. It's hard. I mean, what are you going to do when you've got a guy that's about 20 feet away poking at you? You can't do much, can you?
Walk the other way.
That's it, go around him.
So, thank you very much for watching, guys and girls. If you've watched this on the Ost-Front channel, please subscribe to the Ost-Front channel and also go to the Ost-Front Patreon and come and be a supporter of us. There are a few give backs that we can give you right now, but in the future, when the channel picks up, there will be a lot of rewards for loyal members for our group. But
varied as well, which would be quite nice.
Varied, but also check the link below to Marshall's site, XTRGs. He's a fantastic online wargamer, and of course we are a collaborative channel here that we're trying to put together good content. We're hoping this audio and the video has improved from our last video.
Definitely, hoping that it has improved.
Definitely. So guys, please chat. Put some comments below, give us some big up.
Yeah, pointers would be quite nice, wouldn't they?
Give us some pointers. We've spent a lot of time researching, doing stuff. There's more Marshall than me, I've got to say. But like I said, guys, if you've seen this on my channel, the Mr. Richard York channel, don't forget to come and subscribe. Also, check the link to my Patreon. But come and join me on Ost-Front, and we'll see you on the next battlefield.
Thank you very much for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
And good